Welcome to Ohio Meets Jobs, and thank you for participating in this event. This video is to help with navigation of the virtual job fair for employers. A few tips before we get started. It is recommended that you use Google Chrome as your internet platform. This virtual job fair runs best with Google Chrome. First, log in to your booth using the link given to you in your email. This is your personal link, or Backend link. You can use this link to log in and build your booth. Using your Backend link, you can also find information like who visited your booth, who has emailed you, and who has sent you a resume during the fair. So you'll want to check this site for this information throughout the duration of the virtual event. You will have 1 week from the end of the fair to download any information gathered in the employer view. Your booth and login will never be deleted or expire, so be sure to save this link for future job matching events. As an employer, you have two views of the virtual job fair. We just touched on your personal booth, or what is referred to as the back-end link. Think of this link as your behind-the-scenes employer view. The front-end link is the view that job seekers navigate. Employers can also use this link to interact and chat with job seekers during the virtual fair. Let's log in to the front-end link so that you can change your chat name from the default name that was given to you in your email. Changing your chat name is an important step so that job seekers know who they are chatting with. As you can see with this example, the advisor at this company is still using the default ULA Jobs 134. Using the default chat name can become confusing to job seekers. Here's an example of what you want to change your name to look like. As an employer, you don't want to confuse a job seeker who wants to work for you. So you'll want to pick a clear username that matches the company you represent. If you don't want to use your first and last name for chat, you can always use a handle like Advisor1. Again, let's log into the front-end link to change your chat name. Log into chat by clicking on the orange login bar in the lower right-hand corner. Now log in using the chat login given to you by one of our staff. Some examples of what this login looks like are listed here. Enter your information that you want to show on your chat page. Please do not change your password from the one that you are using for the fair. Also, please make sure to include your email address with your information. This is important so that job seekers can send a message when you, the employer, are not active in chat. When you are logged into chat, a box to the right of your screen will appear. This is your chat box where you can chat with job seekers. Next to your logo in the top left-hand corner of the chat box, you will see an arrow icon. Click on the arrow and it will take you to the main screen of the chat box. Here you will see a list of both exhibitors and visitors that you have the opportunity to chat with. When you hear a bubble sound, someone is trying to chat with you. To reply, click on the word visitors, written in faint gray. Above, there is an option for public or private chat. Depending on which format the job seeker has chosen, an exclamation mark will appear next to either option. Click on the tab with the exclamation point. Then click on the name of the job seeker who is trying to chat. Reply at the bottom of the chat box. The difference between public and private chat is that in public chat, everyone can see each other's discussion with you, the employer. If a job seeker starts to ask questions of a private nature, you can direct them to contact you in private chat. In private chat mode, no one else can see your conversation. Please note, if you would like to download any private conversations you have with a job seeker, you must do so immediately after your chat conversation. Another friendly reminder to always be checking your mailbox using your back-end link. Your mailbox is the only way a job seeker can ask the employer questions when the employers are not available for chat. Job seekers are able to view your chat schedule by clicking on the drop-down navigation bar and scrolling down to the Exhibitor Schedule tab. Here's a quick rundown of the drop-down menu options for job seekers in the front end of the fair. As an employer, you can use this navigation tool as well. This will help guide you through the front end of the fair. You will find this drop-down navigation bar by clicking the menu button in the top left-hand corner of the front end of the fair. In the drop-down bar, it begins with Home. This takes you to a login page for the expo. Info stand takes you to the OMJCC information booth. Employers takes you to the employer pavilion with a list of all participating employers. Partner agencies takes you to the Partners Pavilion. This has a list of participating partners with OMJCC. Offers is a list of job openings offered by all of the participating employers. Video is where helpful videos are posted to help guide you throughout the virtual fair. Exhibitor schedule is a list of chat schedules made by all participating employers. Webcast agenda is a list of all webcasts scheduled by the employers. Good job! You are almost ready for the virtual job fair. Now let's go back to your employer backend view. You'll need to use your backend link in a different tab from the front end. I would like to show you how to add time slots to your chat schedule. From the backend link, on the corporate data page, click on the chat tab in the blue left side navigation bar. Under the chat tab, you can schedule your available times by clicking Add Chat. Under the chat tab, Agenda will show you your chat schedule. History will show you your history of public chats. Private history will show you your history of private chats. Remember, if you want to save a private chat, you must export the conversation immediately after your chat, or your conversation will not be saved. For all other downloadable information such as emails, resumes, and public chats, you will have 1 week from the end of the fair to download this information. When you are building your booth with your backend link, please make sure you have entered your email address. I want to emphasize how important having an email is, since email is the only way that job seekers can get a hold of you when you, the employer, are not available for chat. Remember, as the employer, you have 2 different views of the virtual job fair. It's important to keep checking the backend link for emails and messages during the fair. To reply to job seekers' emails, click on the mailbox option in the left-hand side navigation bar. You will see an arrow icon surrounded by an orange circle. Click this icon to reply. A reply box will appear for you to type your message into. The top of the box has the job seeker's message, and the bottom of the box is where you will type in your reply. To find out who applied to your open positions, let's click on the Offers tab in the navigation bar. This screen is where you can find all the job seekers who have applied to your positions. You have the option to export all of the information immediately by clicking the Export Applies button on the bottom right side of the screen. But if you'd like to just see a list of applicants, click the number 1 highlighted in our example here. The number 2 option is just another way you can export all the applicants' information to your computer. When you click the number 1 option, you will see a list of applicants that have applied. In this screen, when you place your cursor on an applicant's name, you'll see an eye icon, which will give you the information of that particular job applicant. This is also where you can rate an applicant's suitability towards the position applied for based on their resume. You can rate applicants on this screen as they apply. The job seeker or applicant cannot see your rating. The letter icon lets you email applicants from the screen. When you click the eye icon next to the applicant's name, this page will appear. This page is where you can find additional information about a candidate and view or download their resume. Some job seekers attending this fair might not have uploaded their resume yet. That is when you will see a message at the bottom of their information that states this visitor has not uploaded any document yet. When you click on Export Applies, or the number 2 option from the main screen of the Offers tab, you will have just downloaded a document that looks like this. In our example, Job 1 has 3 job seekers that have applied. Job 2 doesn't have any job seekers that have applied yet. Jobs that have been applied to will have job seekers' information next to the position. Not to be confused with the job ID number, which is just a number for identification. Now we have come to the last tab of the navigation bar, the Visitors tab. The Visitors tab may be the last, but it certainly is not the least. This is where you can find a list of all job seekers that have visited your booth during the virtual fair. You can export this information to your computer or email a job seeker that you think is perfect for the job but hasn't applied yet. You can also make a keyword search with this list of visitors to find potential job seekers that are perfect for your open position. On the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see a light blue filter box with a number of filters you can search your visitors with. Visitor names will appear that are applicable to your filter search. Move your cursor over each job seeker's name to click on the eye icon for more information and to view each job seeker's resume. If you find a job seeker that is right for the job but hasn't applied to your open position, you can email them by moving your cursor over their name and clicking on the letter icon. It's right next to the I icon. On behalf of Ohio Means Jobs, we'd like to thank you for participating in this event. We look forward to working with you and helping you find people to work with in the future. Thank you.